Hi everyone, this is Harshdeep and I'm the founder of Legitt AI. So we get a lot of questions from our prospective customers or people who are interested in Legitt AI or the sub products that we have at Legitt AI. That what kind of customers can use Legitt? Because sometimes when it comes to smaller customers, small teams, maybe a founder-led kind of a business or a solopreneur, somebody just single man kind of a show, running a business. So they kind of slightly get scared at listening to the word contract lifecycle management or deal stack or contract stack. So what I thought was we'll create a video and we'll go through the kind of customers that we have and how they can they are benefiting from us. And if you find yourselves in one of these slots, you can definitely talk to us, and we'll handhold you on understanding your requirements and how Legit can cater to these requirements with its functionalities. So primarily what we have seen, we get three types of customers. One of them are small. I'll not go into the terminologies or very hard and fast rules as say maybe the industry defines these terms. I'm just taking these terms as a layman would understand. Say small teams, less than 20 team members, or founder-led businesses, where most of these tasks, creation of agreements or maybe talking to the customer or signing the agreement or reviewing the agreement, is done by the founder or somebody directly reporting to the founder. Okay. Then come, I would say, the mid-sized customers, slightly bigger than small, but um, still not very large customers. So maybe less than 100 team members, or maybe it can go up to 200 team members. What happens there is it's still a founder-led kind of a business, or there might be a couple of units. Say, for example, a sales team led by a certain person, operations team led by another, but there won't be more than two or three teams within the organization. But still, the decision maker on which tool to use, what's the type of templates that we create for these customers, signing of these contracts generally happens still by either the founder or somebody reporting to this founder. And then come the large enterprises. So way more than 100 member teams running into thousands. And then very revenue also on slightly larger side, 100 million, $200 million. We have customers we that do a few $100 million, and their valuations range from I'm talking about just the enterprise customers, a couple of $1 billion to double-digit $1 billion. So that kind of customers also we have. Then there are different BUs and departments inside these organizations where Legitt AI might be implemented for just one BU. So, for example, just for the sales team, or for the legal team, or for just the revenue management team, or the head of revenue that manages the revenue that is embedded in the contract that has been signed with the customers by the sales team. So these might be different teams. They might use different systems, and then these the decision makers they here are might be the CFO, CEO, COO, or the BU heads. They make the decisions, create the budget. They might already have the budget, and then they go for implementation of Legit. So now let's take them one by one. What happens when a small customer comes to us? Okay, by small customer, I do not want to demean anybody. These are small teams. I mean, we ourselves are a very small team, so we fall into this category. There are thousands and thousands of such customers across the globe. In fact, more than 90% businesses across the globe are less than 10 member teams. So this is where the small players they come in. Generally, these are founder-led businesses, or maybe the only person that's working or the single member show is the founder himself or herself. Now, what they need is to sign the documents. So whenever they get into an engagement with any stakeholder, it can be a vendor or a customer. No business can survive without signing agreements and contracts. So they definitely have to sign the document. So that's their first priority. Second priority is, a lot of times they would get a document created by the counterparty with which they are signing the agreement, and they have to review. But many times they have to create their own agreements, and they do not have access to, say, in-house legal team or in-house contract specialists, and they end up, say, either paying a large amount of money to legal teams, or searching for templates, free templates and all on Google, and then using one of them without even realizing what kind of implications it can have. Generally, they do not have any CRM. They might have a CRM, but definitely they will not have a CLM, contract lifecycle management application. They will not have, because the volume of contracts is not that high, and there is no IT or tech ecosystem. So when I say tech ecosystem, it's the applications implemented within the organization. So generally, what happens in these organizations is they use only SaaS tools, and these SaaS tools are not integrated with each other. They might use, say, Adobe Sign or DocuSign for e-signing. They might use, say, HubSpot or Monday CRM for managing leads and opportunities. They might use Google Drive or Dropbox for storing these documents, but they will never have them integrated with each other. So it's a very disconnected kind of a system. So what happens with these customers for when they come for Legitt Lite? Legitt is, we have a product called Legitt Lite. In Legitt Lite, not only they can upload the documents and sign them, they can create agreements. We have a Microsoft add-in called Legitt Draft. So if they want to draft the agreement within Microsoft, so it you can launch Legitt Draft directly from the toolbar of Microsoft Word. There's another video that we have created. We will share the link, or you can go through the playlist videos that we have uploaded recently. There are videos that showcase how we can use Legitt Draft for creating agreements, or they can use our application for creating these agreements. So since they have no CRM, no CLM, need not worry. If they want to use CRM, we have our own lightweight CRM where they can manage their leads and opportunities. So right from managing leads, talking to customers, noting down all the customers' requirements, and creating a record of all the conversations that has happened with the customers, to creating a proposal, sending it out to the customer, to creating an agreement and signing with the customer, to managing the storage of these documents in the repository. Everything is available in a single application. You do not have to go in for multiple applications. So you can actually replace, say, if you're using Adobe Sign or DocuSign, you can, if you're using Monday CRM, HubSpot, or any other CRM, and Google Drive or Dropbox, all three in one, and way better functionalities than all these applications have. So since there is no other ecosystem, these are the only tools that they use. All these tools now come in a single bundle of Legitt Lite. There is no integration. Yes, we do not require any integration among these tools because they are native to the application. They are within the application. eSign is within the application. Contract creation is within the application. Legitt managing leads and opportunities is within the application. Managing a repository and creating reports out of it, creating, say, chatting with Lana AI, getting information whenever you require, building your alerts pipeline comes within the application. So you do not require multiple applications, just directly go in for Legitt Lite. Then come the mid-sized customers. So these are the customers where they definitely require e-signing of documents, they require creation of agreements, and they might have CRM in place, and they require sometimes require us to integrate with CRM. Definitely. So all all the common available CRMs in the market, be it Monday CRM, HubSpot, even Salesforce. We have off-the-shelf integrations available. We can integrate, and then there is a customer where we've integrated with two CRMs, HubSpot because their marketing team uses HubSpot, and then Salesforce because their sales team uses Salesforce. So integrations with CRMs, and then creating agreements, managing repository, creating detailed reports and analytics and insights on those contracts. Say, for example, when it comes to mid-size and large customers, there are a lot of contracts to manage, and within those contracts, there are a lot of milestones. Not even milestones. Say you have signed a contract which is starting next month. How do you get the reminder for it? Then there are multiple milestones that they have to be built. How do you remember those milestones? Then the contract expires, you have to renew the contract. How do you remember the end date if there are hundreds of contracts that you have? So what Legitt does is it not only helps you in creating the agreements, signing those agreements, or even managing the deal stack, right from, say, creating your proposals, sending it out to the customer, keeping a record of those proposals, then against those proposals, creating agreements, signing them. Once they are signed, manage them in the repository, and on top of it, create a lot of actionable insights, that in a single pipeline. So you get, even if you have hundreds or thousands of contracts, you will get a single alerts pipeline, telling you in a chronological order what needs to be done next on what document. And then come the large enterprise customers. So large and enterprise. So there are definitions, various definitions. How do you categorize a customer as large or enterprise? I'll not go into those definitions. So generally, these are customers where there are multiple BUs which act like separate companies but integrated within a single ecosystem. And then there are heads of these BUs or verticals, which acts as the de facto CEOs of these companies or BUs or verticals. And then, yes, there is no escape from signing of documents. They definitely need to e-sign, but they have a very strong and a detailed deal stack. So integration with CRM might be required. And as I already said, we have very strong integrations available off the shelf. There are case studies of integrating with Salesforce, with $2 billion customers, generating proposals, sending it out to the customers, negotiating with the customer, and there might be approval workflows required within the organization. So, for example, there might be a approval required by the legal team for the clauses that are being used in these, or if there are any exceptions to those clauses. So we can build. Legitt AI helps building AI native kind of workflow. So when I say AI native workflows, the AI engine recognizes that, okay, if this is the exception that we are going for, whose approval need to be required? Because sometimes the sales guy might not know that, okay, do we require an approval or not if things are happening offline? But the AI knows. Legit AI knows that, okay, if this is the delta or this is the deviation from the standard template or the standard pricing that we have, now it should go for legal approval, or it should go for business approval if you are changing the pricing that we agreed with the customer. Then on the contract stack side, contract generation. I mean, there are various methods. You can use company templates. We can train the AI, custom train the AI for you on your past data, on your templates. Then customer negotiations, they happen on the platform. So all the record of the deal room, we create a deal room for every deal that is happening. We record all the conversations, all the comments, all the remarks, all the supporting documents. They get into this deal room, and help you in closing these deals during the whole course of engaging with the customer. And then again, for contracts as well, if there are any approvals of the legal team, of the business team required, Legitt AI helps them create these. workflows. Now, integration with other ERP systems. Say, for example, companies manage their POs in Oracle Fusion or SAP, and then some of them use SAP Ariba to manage contracts, and there might be some CLMs already, say, implemented. Say Melback, we have integrated with Melback. We have integrated with the SAP Ariba. We have integrated with iCertis. We have integrated with the Sirion Labs. So many of these CLMs do not have the analysis or review capabilities that Legitt AI has. So customers, and we have the capability of implementing Legitt AI contract intelligence on top of the existing system. So you do not have to, the customers do not have to disturb their existing process. They do not have to disturb their existing IT ecosystem. We can pick and choose the functionalities that are required, that are lacking in their existing systems, and via AI agents, we can implement it on top of the existing process flow. So we do not go to a customer, tell them that, okay, you will have to replace Oracle Fusion or iCertis or Sirion Labs or say Salesforce with Legitt AI. We will build the capabilities which these systems do not have. So that's the kind of say detailed integration framework that we have. And on top of it, when it comes to enterprise customers, there are not even thousands, hundreds of thousands of contracts. Okay, the biggest problem that comes is a lot of customers don't even know the contracts which are there in the repository, how many of them are active or expired. And if there are, say, MSAs, the parent-child relationship between a MSA, SOW, and amendments on those SOWs, there are no, right now, there is a huge issue with the applications that are available. They cannot create these kind of relationships. You have to create it manually. So what we do with Legitt Pro is the system automatically analyzes and creates these. It knows that, okay, if this SOW is a child of this particular MSA, or this particular MSA has 4 or 5 SOWs under it, one of the SOW has an addendum attached to it, or maybe there is a renewal that happened to the SOW. So it creates a tree kind of a structure for managing the repository. We integrate with accounting or finance to ensure, one, say, for example, if there is a invoice reconciliation to be done, have all the invoices for the milestones that were due in this month being generated or not. So that kind of a reconciliation we can do. Second, once the payments happen, Legitt AI tracks that how many of these invoices have been paid, how many payments are delayed. Based on that, we can create the invoice health kind of a rating, or the contract health and strength. Are there any missing milestones? Have the customers missed payments against this contract? So we can create various categories of both the invoices and the contracts based on these details. And yes, these customers require very detailed reports, very detailed analytics, which Legitt AI, we can create custom dashboards for the customer. We can create graphs, very appealing and insightful graphs, and pie charts, and any kind of graphic say representation that you want. It can be created in form of dashboards or downloadable reports. You want it in a PDF, you want it in a Excel sheet, it can be created. And on top of it, there is Lana chat. You can actually chat with Lana to find information, because Lana keeps training on the content of these documents. And any information that you want, you can directly chat with Lana. And if you feel this information is important and it has to be sent to you at periodic intervals, say maybe daily 9 a.m., send me this information. Weekly on a Monday, 9 a.m., send me this particular information, or monthly, send it to me, or quarterly, send it to me. So it'll on the fly. You do not have to depend on the technology team to create these reports for you. You can either directly chat or create these reports and schedule these reports, and they'll be sent to your inbox whenever you have scheduled it. So imagine the ease that now CEOs, CXOs, or department heads or team heads have when they implement Legitt AI in an enterprise environment. So some of the reports are detailed that they had to wait for maybe hours or days to come from their teams. They can, whenever they require this information, just like Chat GPT, they can chat with Lana and get this information. So these are the three types of customers that we have. And if you fall into, I mean, you will be falling into one of these three categories. Either it will be a founder led less than 20 team member business, or a mid-sized business. So mostly Legitt Lite caters to small businesses, small to mid, both Legitt Lite and Legitt Pro, depending upon the requirement, integrations required, custom training of the AI required. And large enterprises, yes. So we can pick and choose the functionality of Legitt AI that you want to implement, integrate with any system that is there in your IT or tech ecosystem, create two-way flow of information. If you want the information to come from any other system into Legitt AI, we can do that, process it, and send the processed information to the other applications in your ecosystem. So, if you have any requirement, any other question, my email ID is mentioned, or Harshdeep at legitai.com, or you can visit legitai.com. You can schedule a demo or a discussion. All consultation is free. I would love to discuss your requirements, because we deal with thousands of customers, many of them, one of them Fortune 500 right now, many of them billion-dollar customers, and thousands of them mid to small size. So we understand any problem that you are feeling. We would have any problem that you're facing, we would have already had a discussion, or would have solved it for some other customer. So welcome to Legitt AI, and would love to talk to you. Thank you.